We can't go on together.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wade and Carter Show. Ash Brent, Commander in studio. Glad you're all here on a gray, maybe drizzly Friday morning, depending on where you are. But
a little drizzle. It was coming in.
Yeah. Big, busy weekend. The No Fools Rally tomorrow morning.
This thing has gotten big.
Patty Dodson Center.
I think you owe it to yourself to come by and just see the spectacle.
See if there's a taco left.
There will be a spectacle there.
I think it'll just be a gathering of people having fun. I don't know, you know.
No, it's a protest, Ash. It's a peaceful gathering.
Oh, that's what I mean.
But there's going to be words flying, maybe hand gestures. Like,
what's a hand
gesture? Good morning.
What's a hand gesture for no fools?
I don't know. It's going to be great.
I was thinking something simpler with one finger, but
stop it. It's going to be fantastic.
But I don't know that there's going to be placards waving.
No. I think it's going to be very civilized.
Yeah. Did you guys get the poster boards done last night?
No. We were going to go to the Democrat
office
chair, go hang out with Jill Buchanan, but she didn't have any watercolors, and I didn't want to just use, markers.
What about the markers that have the smell? Those are pretty good.
That was all of them, wasn't it? Back in the day, we used to sniff them and escape.
Blueberry and peanut butter or whatever.
How about Lilo? This is now look.
And all they had left were no Kings placards anyway.
Let me tell you, we joke about a lot of things, and we get accused of being racist. So let's just play into that. You want to talk about a typical Mexican operation, a TMO. Lilo Arguelles, general manager over at the mothership, Magic 95.9, just now sent me a text. Did you get all the supplies for tomorrow? No, we thought Magic was bringing everything. We thought Magic was bringing eggs and bacon and breakfast sausage from the chopping block and 150 tortillas from Veracruz and salt and pepper and garlic salt and aluminum trays and gloves and griddles, spatulas,
propane,
bottles of water. We thought that Magic was bringing all of that. You better get busy, Lilo.
In his defense, we don't always remember things.
No, that's true.
That's true. But we got most of that covered.
It would not be unlike this team to show up tomorrow with 2 speedy stop tacos and go, well, what's the deal? What's happening? Yeah.
Who's in charge?
There's Ryan Hopping checking in. Good morning. Need a fence built? Give Ryan a call.
Ash, I forgot about your gate. I'll get to it soon.
Scott Tomko Jr. Samples, Lisa Poole on the podium this morning. Glad you're all here. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Those of you in North Carolina.
John Anderson, love you, brother.
Those of you in Victoria, all around the globe.
I haven't seen Brent Anderson check in a while.
It's been a while. I haven't talked to Brent for a while either.
Maybe he's gotten too good for us now that he's a professional photographer.
Artiste. Welcome everybody on Facebook, YouTube, the No Bull Network.
You know what? I'm going to say this because a lot of folks that are listening, Lisa Poole, folks like that, know Brent Anderson. I'm going to tell you something I know you've observed, but we haven't said it here. Brent Anderson could be my poster child for kindness. Would you agree that Brent Anderson, while he's a man's man, he is a kind individual?
Absolutely. And look, as you speak it, as you will it, there he is.
That's the way lots of things are.
Yeah.
Hi, Jackie Parsons.
Speaking of which, Wade and Carter weather brought to you by the great folks. That'd be Jackie over at Deerland Feed. Go see Jackie.
Absolutely. 67 degrees and raining in Victoria, Texas, but the rain's going to stop.
Yeah.
And the sun will come out
tomorrow.
Bet your bottom dollar
that tomorrow
there'll be sun. Yeah. High today of only 83.
Only.
Not bad.
No.
Oh,
I think it looks like any little bit of rain tomorrow will be there while we're setting up, and then it'll be fine.
We have a huge thank you for leasing it to us, Warriors Weekend. We have a huge like awning thing, like 20 by 20 awning thing.
Nice.
It's awesome. Look at that. Lisa Poole says, I've known Brent Anderson since the second grade. Pretty cool guy. Lisa Poole, the master of the understatement.
There's Monty Howard. Seeing
Hi, Monty.
Jackie Parsons got a couple of tickets to the Independent Cattlemen Association Crossroads chapter annual fundraiser tomorrow at Club Westerner. They got a trade show at 3:30. There's a meal. They've got mini cow, mini horse, auction. So if you want to go check it out, everything benefits their scholarship and awards program.
Lisa Poole gets asked by Junior Samples, did you teach Brent Anderson? That's nice. I mean, wow. They're the same age, Junior.
So if anybody wants 2 tickets, call us 361-894-4020 or comment on one of the social medias and we can hook you up with a couple tickets.
I want to go back to, it's like my own personal quest to keep Victoria beautiful. This May application, like it's a cycle. Just because you missed Easter with the 21-7-14 blend, I personally believe this May cycle is the most important fertilizer application of the season.
Yeah.
Your grass is still growing, taking root, coming out of dormancy from the horrific winter that we endured.
Terrible this year.
Unbelievable. Get the 21-7-14 blend at Deerland Feed. They will load it in your vehicle for you. If you're lucky, you'll get to hear Jackie Parsons make like guttural ranch sounds as she yells at the young men to load the truck. And look at there. She says, put out Balan,
Balan?
B-A-L-A-N. Say it for me.
Balin, I think.
I don't know. Put it out in May for burrs. I will, Jackie, because I need it. And the Doodles have come in with an occasional burr. We almost stamped it out last year. But
don't stamp on them with bare feet, though.
Oh, but let me tell you, that 21-7-14 in May, at the end of May here on Memorial Day, it will change your lawn.
Yep. I put mine out. I put some out. I haven't used it before.
Have you ever seen anybody more excited about an event than Junior is about this taco deal?
No.
Because his wife's letting him out of the house.
Oh yeah, she's
Well,
kicking.
actually,
Yeah.
she's kicking him out. Yeah. She gets a whole morning without him. That's the win.
Probably thanking God.
So, let's start north of the border. I'm wearing my Alberta Republic hat because Alberta separatists say they now have more than enough signatures to trigger a referendum. And I think the question would be on the ballot.
No, this is not true.
No, this is legit.
Alberta is trying to leave Canada.
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Idaho? I'm so glad you asked. No, I think they want to become their own little, and they could. I mean, but they needed 178,000 signatures to force the province to even think about it.
We could get that in Victoria County.
They got 302,000 signatures. When I was up there a few weeks ago, there's not 178,000 people.
Okay,
90.
throw in DeWitt and go in. If we had the No Bull
20
Network,
each.
the No Bull Network could become its own province.
That's possible.
Right?
If we only get 6,000 people to vote for or against a bond, you ain't getting
I just want a
178,000 people in this
signature. I don't
county,
want to
so-
vote. Just give me a signature.
That's the
How
same.
does that conversation go? Give me some Canadian speak like, hey, we're thinking about moving, like,
Well, we're tired of the feds not giving us any of our comeuppance in Alberta.
Ooh,
right here in
Yeah.
Moose Knuckle,
Right here in Moose Knuckle.
Deer Nuts.
Yep.
Deer Nuts, Alberta, come on, you hoser. Let's move.
So for sure,
Where are they going? Where are they going?
I don't think they're going anywhere. They can't really pick up and move. But a couple of things that are pushing this. They've got a lot of oil. They got oil. Yeah, no, I'm telling
Look at
you.
their grievance: political disparity, a feeling that Alberta lacks a meaningful voice in federal politics. 12% of the population, zero influence. It sounds like the Democrats.
Well, it's the way the parliamentary system is set up. unlike here where 435 House seats are redistributed every census to sort of balance population, Alberta still has the same number of seats as when Canada was founded in Confederation in 1867, and they were a much smaller percentage of the population. They're now 12% of the population. I think the fourth largest province population-wise, and they've gained no seats, but you have small provinces like Newfoundland
The
with
Newfie.
as many or more, so that's part of it.
Newfoundland famous for their time tilling.
They give about $20 billion in transfer payments to Ottawa, and they're tired of that. That's
What's the
money
transfer payment?
Well, because Alberta has oil and they're perceived by the federal government as being rich, they have to give it to the federal government so the federal government can give it to the Newfies and to Quebec and everybody else who
So it's
doesn't
basically
have
socialism.
It's
So wait. Let's see if I get this figured out. We have all the oil and all the money. You take our money, you redistribute it to everybody else, but you give us no say in how it's redistributed.
none.
Is that basically taxation without representation?
That's pretty
Can
much
we
what it
just
is. Yep.
get Canada into the 21st century? Hi, David Ballard.
We can't even get this country into the 21st
That's a
century.
good point.
It's solid, right? But so what's going to come of this? Is this a real thing, or is it just a big?
I'll give you a little history on it because I don't think Alberta will become the 51st state.
No, I don't think
They
that.
could
I didn't even
become-
joke about that.
But Premier Danielle Smith has already been moving pipelines and coming up with agreements to get Alberta's oil shipped south for refining. Refining. She's doing a lot of things. But what I think what could happen, because Quebec tried this in the 80s, and every time Quebec rears their, they do this.
We're not gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
Twisted Sister,
Yeah.
that great Canadian ensemble.
And I think there's Dee Schneider. Dee
Dee
Schneider.
Schneider,
Eh?
eh?
And so what I think will happen is they won't end up leaving Canada, but it'll be used as a pressure point with Mark Carney and the federal government to adjust some of these grievances. Quebec has done this for years. Every time they whine and complain, and Quebec is, I don't even know, 4% of the population in Canada. The French, they don't have a huge voting bloc.
Aren't they kind of the outlying? Aren't they kind of the illegitimate child of Canada?
Kind of,
I'm not
yes.
trying to be rude.
Yeah, well,
but aren't they
you know,
kind of?
The British beat them and took Canada over, and then they decided, well, we beat you, but we're still going to give you special status and let you speak French and do all these things because
So you don't have to assimilate.
yeah,
It's
more or
kind of like the
less.
Guatemalans in South Houston.
So, but what Quebec has done historically is use their whining and crying for leverage to get concessions from the federal government. Canada has two national languages, official national languages, French and English.
French, yeah.
But in Quebec,
French is the official
French is
language.
about it. And you don't, if you file a lawsuit in Quebec saying, well, I'm English and they don't have anything in English, they're just going to flip the bird at you and go,
But-
so what?
Be honest, how weird is it that in North America, I could see, honestly, Spanish being the second language in Canada before I could see a place that holds
Probably-
fast.
These
to-
days, probably Mandarin.
it's got to, well, no kidding, especially on the West Coast, but that it's got to be French. Like, are the signs on the streets in French?
In national parks, it'll say stop and arrête. French. For
How do you say stop?
Arrête, I think. I don't know. Never. I didn't
You
take
are
much,
so interesting.
take much French after sixth grade.
You're so
Actually,
interesting
took
as a
no French
person.
after sixth grade. But
So many layers to this foul smelling fruit. I guess you're kind of an onion.
go to an airport up there and everything's in French and English. And all
Spatula,
those things.
foil. We have that individual foil to wrap tacos in.
Why
We
is
have
Brent talking
cheese,
about
so-
tacos again?
I don't know.
I'm wondering if, and I'm being sincere, and I want you folks to know, if you're fat if you're fat, we will also have styrofoam bowls. You can ask for a bowl of taco. And I'm going to do something extra today, Ash. I'm going to request at least a quart of Veracruz hot sauce
Okay.
when I go by and pick up the tortillas. Did
How
Leo
about a
say
little-
something smart? Or
How about a little
he,
queso? Yeah.
did he rebuff me?
So
Well, that's a little rude.
we won't repeat that.
I think I shall.
So-
Since we're multilingual, he called us pinche gringos.
What does that mean? Cheap?
Yeah, I bet you
Okay,
pinche.
yeah,
You know, you're
yeah.
like this. People that also, if you're in the valley and somebody, you'll see people go like this. I'll say, man, Ash didn't leave much of a tip, and they'll go like this. They'll go like this, and I'm like, what does that mean? And he's from Monterrey. The people from Monterrey are cheap. They're tight.
In this, that means 2 minutes for elbowing.
For what?
In Canada, that means 2 minutes for elbowing.
Is that right?
So anyway, I
Junior
think
says better get 2
Yeah.
quarts.
there's Heather Stewart. I think all it is, I think when it comes down to it, it'll be like, I think the vote will be very similar to Quebec's vote in the 80s, where it was about 53 to 47, if I'm remembering.
And it will
correctly.
pass that Alberta
No,
should leave.
No, Quebec voted to remain in Confederation. Maybe if we had a producer over there fact checking things, you could check that
I don't.
early 80s Quebec referendum vote. But I think it was 53-47, something like that.
Have you noticed that since Commander is yes, hey, so sorry, but you know what I'm saying. You've heard the reference.
60 to 40.
No,
You were close.
You have to admit that since Cody has been kind of on the road, that our level has devolved. We used to say, Cody, fact check that, and it was instantaneous.
Yeah.
He was a vital part of the program. And now he's just a guy in the corner taking up space because we don't reference him as much because he's
That's
so
his
rarely
silent.
here.
That's his silent protest to us.
So
So I think if Alberta votes, I think if it gets to the point, because I believe October 19th would be the date of the
Right.
vote. I think if Alberta gets to that point, I think the 60-40 will look like a landslide for Quebec, because I don't think it'll be a 60-40. I think it'll be closer than that. I think
Monty Howard asked, can Quebec exist without being subsidized by the rest of Canada?
they would have to actually get off their butts and work again. Monty.
What do
That's
they
the
do?
problem.
What is
Well,
the
they're
industry
kind of
of-
like the Rust Belt of the United States, right? There was a lot of mining. There was a lot of that sort of industry of the. They sell New York a lot of power because of the hydro. They could up their hydro rates and really stick it to the Northeast and their power rates. But they would, there's a lot of government there. Surprise, surprise.
Is that our
Yeah.
city manager
Yeah, that is.
checking in?
Yeah, I believe so.
Jesus Antonio Garza. I'm going to start calling him Santa Ana.
So
Love that guy.
You know.
He used to be somewhat of a regular on the program. I guess the city is running so smoothly that there's no need to come in and visit with us.
But Monty's question, I think Quebec would really have to figure it out.
I think I'm
You
going
know,
to predict
and-
right now that this vote goes against Canada. If they actually vote, I think that Alberta will vote to secede.
I don't know.
I just don't know what's going to happen. Will they dispatch the Mounties? Will they have their little red coats on? And will they ride up on horseback? Brian Small says the
Yeah.
Canadian half minute.
Well, what I think it's interesting though about this, and it's a larger. I mean, some of these conversations have happened in this state. Texas should just leave the union.
So according to this, the Mounties are not allowed in Quebec,
Is that right?
Ontario or Quebec.
No, Ontario has their own provincial police, and so does Quebec. So
It is interesting that Canada seems more distinct in their separation.
but our RCMP cars have to say basically the RCMP in French on them because we have two national languages. So
Wow.
there, so yeah, so it says RCMP on one side and then GRC on the other. What's Gendarme or Royal Canadian or whatever, because that's Gendarme or
Andrew
French,
Alvarez says
French for police.
civil war in Canada,
No,
and Linda,
it'll be a vote.
it'd be very civil. They don't.
But it's I think it's interesting.
You're
If
the
it-
only
if it-
one. We have
well-
45,000 people
Well,
listening.
look, we've had more people ask questions and stuff.
They're
but-
like, how much longer will this bit go
But
on?
but here's the thing. I think there's relevance to what's happening here because there is as much Texas, especially, has always had a strong separatist or movement as far as wanting to secede. Right? There's been that faction of people.
Brian Small says, our. Take a side, Ash.
I have. I'm just speaking. I'm wearing my Alberta Republic hat today. I'm speaking with my Alberta separatist brothers and sisters.
Wouldn't it be something,
Because I think the ties with Alberta would be stronger to the U.S. and to Texas because of the oil industry. Alberta is often referred to as Canada's Texas.
Yeah.
Oil and ranching. Ranching founded that province basically, and then oil came along in the 20s, and they had their version of Spindletop up by Edmonton, and there you go. Near Leduc, I believe.
I watched all the John Wayne movies. That's where John Chisholm took his cattle, was to Alberta.
The first ones went up the
Basically
Chisholm
did.
Trail and through Montana. I think they were Longhorns actually.
But
But here's the thing: if you really think about it, Canada and the United States are anomalies in the world. You have large expanses of
don't loop us into this.
you have
mess.
large expanses of land with a lot of people broken out by states and provinces,
Mhm.
whereas in Europe they're all countries,
Right.
right?
Right.
And nowhere else in the world
Are there states?
are countries set up like Canada and the US. It's
There's
an
really no
interesting-
other country that I know of that's set up in such a way that you have a certain amount of autonomy still with, like I was listening to a guy yesterday who said that
We'll keep an eye on this for you, folks.
HUD-
I know you're riveted.
that housing and urban development should not exist at the federal level. That all the Fed should do, and I'd love your thoughts on this, folks.
Defend our borders.
Well, but look, infrastructure should be interstate infrastructure. If it goes from Texas to New Mexico, like I-10, that's federal. Anything else, housing, people, all of that should be done state by state. It doesn't
If
mean
done at all.
doesn't mean they don't have federal accountability. But can you imagine if you just got rid of Cody? Find out what the budget is for the Office of HUD, Housing and Urban Development. If you just got rid of that, if you just did not take that from the states, and all you did was maintain our borders, our military, and our interstate highways.
77.3 billion.
77 billion.
Drop in the bucket.
But just
And Alberta wants to leave over 20 billion.
in my adult lifetime, 77 billion was a somewhat unfathomable
Wasn't it?
a dollar amount. And now it's like,
A
you
million-
literally said, that's all. It's a drop in the bucket. 77 billion's not changing our country's budget. Think
Well,
about
I mean, since COVID, the government has added $3 trillion to its annual expenditures, but
it. B Small wants to talk about JUCO log rolling.
and curling.
We lost a lot of good men
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, we did.
Lost a
You
lot
gotta
of
be
good
careful
men.
if you slip those spikes, they can be dangerous.
You ever watch that? Have you ever watched it live, log rolling? You have, haven't you? Canada.
Ask me if I've ever done log rolling.
Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me. You've done it. Did you bust your fanny?
No, I actually
You were
wasn't-
pretty
I wasn't
good?
bad at it. Yeah,
They do wear little spikes, right? Like the spikes.
I didn't because we were just goofing around. But
Right.
yeah, no. But I mean, we were showing it was kind of a class.
But Cody, he was
yeah, there are spikes. They're kind of like I guess they're like track shoes in a way.
he was diminutive as a child. They did twig rolling. It was just a little twig. Ash was on it. Have you seen those?
I've never
videos?
done the caber toss though.
Brian Small wants footage.
I don't think there was any footage. It was 19. I don't know how in the early 80s at Shuswap Lake.
Shuswap. Have you
Nice
seen
part of
those little short videos where it shows the little people and they're running and throwing the javelin, and then the camera pans back and you see toothpicks
Toothpicks.
landing in a guy's beard? It's so funny.
That's what you figure my log rolling was like.
That's what I'm thinking your log rolling was like.
Never
Mhm.
caber tossed. That's about the only thing I have.
What's a
right now.
caber?
The big telephone poles at the Scottish, they
Oh, yeah, they throw. Yeah.
toss them. Yeah. They don't really throw them. They toss them. That's why it's called the caber toss. Very practical.
Have you seen those? It's like somewhere along the way.
Obviously.
Very
God,
descriptive.
So when I was a kid, the dudes had the two-handled saw.
Yep.
And they used to do the logs. Now they've got it where it's like brought to you by steel.
Now they still do the other
They
one
go
too, but
down
yeah.
and up with the chainsaw.
I don't know how they manage those chainsaws.
Dude,
I pull out a chainsaw into a twig this thick and it gets stuck halfway through.
yeah,
Chain goes flying.
yeah, that's dangerous.
So
Junior wants to know what's a shoe swap.
it's a lake. It's a chain of. It's a region of Canada and British Columbia in the interior. It's kind of very nice in the summer. Quite a bit of snow in the winter. Chain of about 5 lakes in that region. Very popular summer destination, and the salmon spawn up there. Salmon Arm is the major city on on the
See,
Shuswap Lake.
salmon arm.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Because it's the arm of the lake where the salmon
Yep,
go. They're very
absolutely.
practical people, the
Yeah,
Canadians.
they are.
Brian Small says, I love how easy it is to cause this show to fishtail. I would like for you to give us another subject. Give us a subject to opine upon, and we will. And you're right. We
How
do
about
fishtail.
the new COVID? How about the next COVID virus?
the hantavirus? I'm not buying it. Are you buying it?
No, because listen to how this is going to turn out to be COVID. They're going to scare you because there's 17 Americans on this cruise ship of 150
Oh,
people.
Keep them over there until they get well.
I keep them over there till we're through the elections.
My dad would
This
say
is where
something
this is
like,
going.
they ain't got no business being over there. What did they think was going to happen? Adam Sugar says, getting you two into a woodsman camp would be fun.
Competition.
Oh, I don't know exactly what
Yeah.
Adam's. That's lightly veiled gaiety. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Doing that, log rolling,
Jennifer Rayburn,
sawing.
Travel Canada, brought to you by Wade and Carter. Well, I got a note the other day from somebody that wants to come on the show, and trust me, this happens a lot more the other way. But this person
They
sent
don't
me-
want to come on the show.
No, this person sent me a text and said, would it be okay if so-and-so came on the Brent and Carter show? And I hear it all the time. Yeah, you're on that Ash and Wade show, right? I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm on the Ash and Wade show.
I was trying to figure out which one I was, Brent or Carter. I don't
It's
even
so
know.
funny. As
But-
expensive as those tickets for that cruise were, they can afford to live on an island until it's over. Put all of those people on an island and call it Gilligan's Island 2.0.
I think
That's
it'd be
Andrew
a
Alvarez.
great reality show
right?
with drones and stuff. Yeah, sure.
Tune in each week to
Yep.
see who croaks.
See who's still alive.
Aunt Matilda died.
Be small. Come on.
We've wanted you on
I
the
can send
show.
you the link if you want. I mean, we could do that.
There's
Um,
no way. You know what he looks like this time of day?
Yeah,
His
he's-
hair's all
I
a
know,
muss.
He's not. He's. I mean, he's barely up. He's
He's-
up, but
yeah.
he's not presentable. Is what I'm saying.
I don't even want
Um,
to picture how he looks in person.
He just did. Apparently.
Boxer shorts.
Wife beater, stained with coffee and
He
nicotine.
definitely has a white beard with like tobacco juice on it. What? I did quit dipping. Yeah. His wife's like, Brian, I did quit dipping.
But I mean, is anybody else getting COVID vibes out of this hantavirus thing? And here's why it's starting to get me this way. When this thing first broke, remember and it wasn't being played up very well until about Tuesday morning of this week,
Yeah.
when it was on all the news coverages.
Well, it
On
was
the
about
TV.
the time they quit looking for that news reporter's mom.
Yeah.
Then here comes the hantavirus.
Yeah. But and it has been around forever. But earlier this week, there's really nothing to worry about because hantavirus transmission from humans to humans is very rare. Then yesterday, almost like a switch was thrown.
It's contagious.
It's
People-
contagious
this
between people.
particular
This
strain-
particular strain. Here we go, folks.
It can go
It's
airborne.
coming. Yep. It's coming.
We need to institute mobile voting.
Yeah. I mean, listen, officials continuing to track the cruise ship linked hantavirus outbreak. Well, how's it an outbreak if nobody's been allowed to leave the ship?
We're talking about 17 people.
17 Americans, 150 people on that ship.
But how many people have the virus?
Well, who knows? Maybe all of them are patient zero and carrying it now.
Why can't
See
we
where
just
we're going here?
look.
They're tracking 30 people from 12 countries, according to Let me get this. This is the AP.
Here's what you do.
The AP.
You send that ship to the Strait of Hormuz and
They
you
can get
let the
through.
Iranians just blow it up.
If they can get through, then we let these people off. The
Right.
boat.
They have to run the gauntlet.
Apparently, a Dutch couple is believed to have contracted the virus on a bird watching trip in Argentina.
See, I don't believe that. I'm going to tell you that I think they got it. They got it from food on the ship that was exposed to rat urine and rat fecal matter.
Well, they don't want to say that because
That's what happened. Well, 'cause
the
it's
cruise ship
cruise.
will be done. Yeah, they'll never have another cruise. There you
Look,
go.
at
Argentina has now reported 101 infections of hantavirus, roughly twice the number recorded during the same period a year earlier. Here you go. And now they're saying, oh, the warming temperatures may help rodent populations.
Well, that's
proliferate.
climate change
Yeah.
leading to.
Yeah.
The World Health Organization has identified at least 8 cases, 5 confirmed, 3 suspected across the ship and
What they
4
say-
countries,
Yeah.
but says the risk to the public is low.
Well, they did that with the China virus too, remember?
Right.
They hid all that till December.
Yeah.
So Scott Topko says he's on toilet paper watch
I-
as we speak.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything because I don't want to.
What
I'm
are-
going to Sam's today and stocking up.
Yeah. Commander, what are the symptoms of hantavirus? Is one of them
Toilet paper watch. for
anal
sure.
leakage?
Yeah.
Because that's a side that seems to be the side effect of every medicine pushed on TV these days.
Yeah. Look at there. Linda Chris. Didn't a famous actor's wife die?
Fever.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, that
but he had
was
several large dogs.
Oh, yeah, was that in New Mexico?
I don't know.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman's
Yeah,
wife
his wife
died
had
of the
I
hantavirus.
think so. Yeah.
Good morning,
because
Rena Shear.
They both had dementia. And they hadn't cleaned their house for a while, and they were locked.
Well,
yeah.
there you have it. Now,
Yep.
If you're going to live with rats, you're going to die with rats. That's just the way it is.
Yes, Gene Hackman. Fever, muscle aches, especially in thighs and hips, which could affect something else. Fatigue, headache, and dizziness.
So there we go.
I just thought it was sciatica. Yeah, there you have it.
We should probably take a break, don't you think?
No, I guess we got sponsors.
Yeah.
Folks, Went Services. I made a phone call yesterday, and Went is going to send our own Mickey Costello back here to detail for you why you need a whole house generator from Went Services.
I know there's about 3 listeners that have bought them.
I
from-
am
from
working
them.
on a Wade and Carter special. Like maybe you get free you have to have, when you have a propane powered generator, you have to have a certified plumber make the connection between the propane. And that's how they protect the trades is, well, you got to have a certified plumber make that connection. Like you and I could screw that on like we do a propane.
We don't
bottle.
have the big enough pipe
You
wrench.
don't
so-
have a big enough wrench. I've heard that about you. And Went would maybe throw that in. So there you go. Brian Small says he's putting that on a pillow. If you're going to live with rats, you're going to die with rats. He's taking orders now. Went Services for all your electrical needs.
That'll be in every grandma's living room.
Allen's Wrecker Service. Well, that's where the rat can sleep.
Yeah.
Wow. Christy Thurman from the Too Much Information says invest in a bidet.
I had a friend just purchase one, and he says it's been a game changer.
I just, wow.
You can install. You can install them onto your own existing
I just don't know. Do you
eau
trust
de,
it?
toilettes now.
Would you sit down as a man? So you're sitting, so we know what you're doing. Would you trust that little swirly swath of water and that gentle
How do you know
blowing-
it's swirly?
I don't know. In my mind, it swirls. How do you
I
know
think
that
it's
it's
just a
actually?
jet. If it swirls, it's not getting anything
Well,
off.
if it's a jet and you like it, I've got problems. I'm wondering about how do you know that pesky dingleberry doesn't just cling on?
I don't know. That's the problem.
And what happens to the tumblebugs that roll those little those berries around? Folks, Veracruz Restaurant, today's Friday. It's the last day to get into Veracruz. You've got to get in.
Yep.
Get in there.
Today,
Got to do it.
got to do it.
You got to. Brian Small says, I want a copy of the minutes. We're certainly not following any discussed
there's no
agenda.
script.
Allen's Record Service, 578-6300. Just call them. If you need them, you're going to be on the side of the road when you go, God, who was that Carter told me about? Go in there and put in your contacts. Ladies, this is life-saving information. Go to your contacts, add a contact, and put A Allen's Record Service. And when you have an emergency, all you have to do is open your phone and go to contacts, and Allen's will be your top number. 578-6300. If you're frazzled, if you're scared, if you're alone, you don't want to have to go 574. What was the number? Do what I'm telling you. You'll thank me someday. I've had people thank me. Hey, I remembered when you said Allen's Record Service. USA Foundation Repair, 578-HOME. Let Charlie Garcia come out and level your home, fix your driveway.
If Corpus Christi ever gets some rain, Charlie's going to be busy for decades.
B Small says 1-800 add a bidet. I like it. There you go.
So
Yeah, that's a very true story. I guarantee you there are slab problems all around Corpus Christi.
you just don't know them yet because it's been so dry.
Yeah.
But even around here.
First time it rains, like half your house is going to float up.
So I guess going back to the hantavirus thing, why did they let people leave the ship? Because now they're tracking them.
I don't think they were aware of
How
how
they were aware, they knew they
serious
had
it was.
So now they're tracking these folks. 4
They're
continents
using
health
FISA
authorities.
warrants to do it. They're using, look at everybody. Look at everybody in there.
Except for this
hazmat
guy. He's
guy.
just standing there with a
These
badge on.
people. Are you that worried about it? Be honest. Are you like concerned?
No, I'm not. But watch, wait. What is it? Wait and hide?
We know
Hide and wait?
We know from the past, Ash, if we can just lock down for 14 days, 14 days. And you've already got the
Yeah.
left clamoring
Yeah.
to get
Does that
a
mean
vaccine.
does
Then
that
there
mean
isn't
you
a
do the
vaccine.
show up here and live up here?
I think you stay here and you just kind of go like on a hunger strike. You just stay here and you don't bathe.
I don't believe there's a vaccine.
Then you're doing the show and you're like, yeah, no, man, I feel pretty good. What was that movie? Something about Mary, where the dude like had all the sores all over his face and stuff.
Is there a hantavirus vaccine? Do we know?
No, there's not one.
No.
It's a rodent-borne disease. Look, if you're in New York, be concerned. If you're in South Texas, don't worry about it.
Trying to find, where did I see this? I'm trying to find the name of the strain. It's like the Andy strain or something like that, like ANDE or something.
Oh, so there is a virus vaccine in the works, and there are vaccines in China for specific strains.
Of course there are.
Right, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
The Andes variant is the one that is only capable of human-to-human transmission, according to the World Health
Are
Organization.
they saying that these people have that variant? That's my question.
I think so, because they think has been some human-to-human.
Well, I think that
Spreading
just
it
for
on
the
the ship.
for the betterment of humanity, we just sink that ship with all those people on it and just get rid of them. That will solve the problem. No, not a viable answer.
I think it's one solution.
Wow.
And the water's infected.
It's a tiny round virus, about 100 nanometers wide, so small that a thousand could fit across the width of a human hair.
In North America, the most common carriers of the hantavirus are deer mice. Had no idea mice were mini deers.
They're little mice with horns on them. The virus is transmitted to humans through contact with infected rodent urine droppings or saliva, or through inhalation of aerosolized particles contaminated with these excretions. If you think about the fact that 1,000 of them would fit in the width of a human hair, it would probably be very, very able to be blown around.
Yeah.
So should I get rid of my deer mice then?
Yeah, I was thinking if you've got pet
Feed
deer
them to your
mice-
boas and you're good.
yeah. There's Sheriff Flatterback. Good
Yeah.
morning. That's our state rep checking in. Good morning, sir.
It's been in the works for 3 decades, apparently.
Brian Small with the key point. We're being a little facetious about this because it's not here. He says Big Pharma will have a vaccine tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, 3 different companies will have a vaccine.
And it'll all be paid to develop it by governments.
And people who have never heard of this, like me, they will rush out to get the vaccine, although they've never heard of this ever in their lives.
Nope.
I find that interesting. What did Pope Leo do? He's an interesting cat, too. He's a Cubs fan, I think.
Today marks the day. Is that today?
1 year.
Yes. 1 year. 1 year since he was elected Pope.
Elected, selected.
He's elected by the Cardinals, is he not?
Mm-hmm.
Elected. Okay. Puff of smoke came out of the chimney.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with the Pope yesterday. Not a lot. I mean, it's interesting how the media clamors to report everything Pope Leo has said about Donald Trump, but Secretary of State Rubio goes to meet with him, and the major media is basically quiet on this.
It was a private meeting. Yo, Father, could you throw down a blessing or something? Yeah, very interesting. What did they discuss?
CNN areas of disagreement, apparently, according to the CNN headline.
I find it interesting, and this is no slight to Catholicism because we have such a large Catholic population in our community, but I just don't see the relevance of the Pope in what's going on in the United States. Donald Trump is not going to change anything about what he does based on what the Pope says. So why do you?
And is the Pope going to change anything he does because of what Donald Trump said?
No. So why do you care? Why do you send the Secretary of State to visit with the Pope when, if the Pope says we should seek peace, well, of course we should seek peace. The Pope is never going to say that war is the answer unless it's a Catholic war against Islam.
Listen to this. Listen to this sentence by CNN reporters, writers, whoever. I don't know who contributed to this sentence. Either Christopher Lamb or Jennifer Hansler. President Donald Trump's to preface this. President Trump's extraordinary criticisms of the first North American Pope in the Catholic Church's 2,000-year history. Okay. Like, they make it seem like this is a historic criticism of the Pope. Well, I guess it is, in a way. But you're telling me other governments, other leaders around the world have not had issues?
Right.
Ask the Ottoman Empire about their issues with the Pope.
Rubio and the Pope met for more than 45 minutes.
We flew them all the way there for a 45-minute meeting. They couldn't have zoomed that sucker?
Honestly, why couldn't they talk on the phone? I'm being sincere. Why couldn't they just talk on the phone? I guess it's symbolic.
Well,
like
apparently
the
he
U.S. is going to kiss the ring of the Pope. And Rubio is a very faithful, faith-based individual. I don't know if he's Catholic. I would assume he's Catholic.
Why? Because he's of Cuban descent?
Yes. Commander, look that up.
Rubio was inside the Apostolic Palace, the official residence of the Pope, for more than 2 hours, but he only met with him for 45. He kept them waiting for.
Yes.
He's Catholic. No, that's right. It was a big deal. Marco wanted to go see the Pope.
But he's also Latter-day Saint. So tell me how that works.
So he's Catholic, but he'll
Believes in
also
another prophet
come and bring you a pamphlet at your house.
Correct. That's
Right.
that's right.
and won't drink Coke.
So he's a Mormon Catholic?
I guess.
Maybe he just has multiple wives.
The Pope usually meets with heads of state or government, so it was a significant diplomatic gesture that he met formally with Rubio.
Oh, this whole Pope thing is so blown out of control. Yeah. No kidding. Brian Small says, never understood the whole Pope deal. One day he's buying a foot long at Wrigley Field. The next he's being worshiped. Yeah.
Should have had a bidet.
I wonder if the Pope has a bidet.
I'm sure he does.
I don't know.
John Anderson asked if we think this new hantavirus will eventually.
No.
No, I don't think
No
so. But I
chance.
think they're going to use it to try to scare people. And
That's right.
They might try to manufacture something.
We've got to have mail-in ballots. People are afraid. There's a virus out there.
Afraid of stepping on a rat.
Yeah,
So,
craziness.
oh,
The other day, we didn't talk about this, but the other day there was a shooting in Carrollton at a public place, like at a mall. 5 people were involved. And that the police chief there is our own Robert Arredondo.
Yeah.
So I hope that everything went well for the chief. I read his comments, and he said that these people certainly knew each other and said that he thought that the dispute was over business. That to me sounds like a drug deal is what that was.
yeah.
And right.
And well, I don't know. It was a bunch of Koreans. A 69-year-old Korean man, I think, was the one that was arrested.
Those pesky Koreans. And what happened?
I don't know.
Are they fighting over a
I
Kia?
don't know. Data from ERCOT shows that for the first time in a decade, applications to build gas-fired power plants in this state have
Are up.
exceeded those of wind. Yeah.
Well, that's right, because the government subsidies for wind farms have gone away. By the way, nobody even disputes now that when you look at all the petroleum it took to build the wind generators and the fact that they're very, very difficult to dispose of when they break, which is after a very short life cycle, that the experiment, there's no synergy there. It's not like a perpetual motion deal. They cost $500,000 each to throw up. And the government was fronting like 80% of it with your tax dollars so that you could save money and not use petroleum when they use more petroleum than you can imagine to build them, and they don't really solve the problem. A gas-fired power plant is next to ideal. The ideal power plant would be a nuclear power plant. And we have the uranium readily available
we're
from
just take-
Iran.
Exactly. We're just take it from Iran. No, I agree. Wouldn't it make more sense to be burning it to generate electricity than just burning it off outside of Cuero
Yeah.
all the time? A lot of the power plants, solar and battery projects, according to ERCOT, accounting for about 75% of the projects that are in the queue. Most of those to help with data centers that are being proposed.
I saw a couple of data centers
I think they're trying to
in
get 'em-
Houston
Yeah.
over the weekend. They're very edgy looking, but you're driving down, right? And you see a building that it kind of looks like a Walmart distribution center, but instead of where the bay doors are, there's big chillers because the computers generate so much heat.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't necessarily look at the world's obsession with AI as being worth it when you consider that a computer is garbage in, garbage out, and that the AI is taking all comments respective to a situation and filtering them and then giving you back an answer. It's almost like you need it to understand that, well, this is a lie and this isn't right. It's almost like, well, the way you feel is the way things are. That bothers me. I don't know. I think AI's got a purpose, but the idea that AI is going to replace all these, it's going to replace everybody. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it can certainly make things more effective, more efficient.
Wow.
I don't think it's going to.
San Antonio, Texas, a couple is suing city-owned City Public Service, CPS Energy, and 2 of its vendors for more than $1 million in damages after an allegedly defective transformer exploded at their home in February. The lawsuit cites a $109 million judgment against the utility for a similar incident in 21. Interesting. I guess if they can prove that you used a transformer built by GE and that you knew that it had blown up in the past, you might have a case. That looks interesting. Austin, Texas. Police chased a garbage truck from New Braunfels to Austin on I-35 on Wednesday morning before the driver crashed and was elected. That was not
No,
a white trash
nope,
services vehicle.
certainly wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is happening in the state of Texas. Caden Hawkins is a Texas man who's been apparently back in Texas now. He was arrested last March of 25 by Mexican authorities because apparently he might have had a gun in his vehicle.
You know, that happens more often than you think,
Yeah.
but just a friendly reminder, if you go to the valley and you find some need to go into Mexico, which a lot of people do, I recommend that you walk, go to one of the checkpoints and walk across. But if they catch you down there, like with a shotgun shell under the seat of your truck,
Oh, yeah,
you're
in
going to jail.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk your way out of it.
According to his family, he was on his way from returning from work in Arizona when GPS detours routed him towards a border checkpoint.
Yeah.
So apparently the Mexican guards told him to pass through and then come back into the United States. So, well, he was passing into Mexico to come back, which makes no sense to me at all.
Going to a foreign country to avoid some road construction.
To turn, yeah. The border guard searched his truck and apparently found a pistol inside the truck. And so he was immediately placed under arrest. I don't know that I'm buying that official story. It just seems odd. This is a guy who has enough sense to drive from Texas to Arizona for work and then drive back. Well, apparently, but then he detours into Mexico to get home.
Of course, I think Arizona is an open carry state. It's kind of the wild, wild west.
So,
Wow.
how come? Where were all the folks that protest Second Amendment
Yeah.
or protest treatment of illegal immigrants here? Where were they fighting for this guy's return? I doubt it.
I doubt it. Folks, the chopping block, come by tomorrow at the No Fools Rally anytime after 7:30, and we will have fresh, they're making it today, breakfast sausage from the chopping block will be included. We have sausage, egg, and cheese tacos, bacon, egg, and cheese tacos, egg and cheese tacos. Come by and get to sample for free gratis, no charge. Come by and have a taco on Wade and Carter. Bill Posey show's involved. Junior Samples with the mandate. Andrew Alvarez, they're involved. We're kind of the big shark, and they're just kind of the remora, but they will be there. And we will put them to work. We will have them working. It's going to be great. Come by and enjoy the chopping block. Go by today and get all your steaks and
get everything you need for
boudin
Mother's
the
Day.
weekend. Hey, Mark Kurtz. Chesnick Furniture Company. Chesnick inviting you to come in and see why Chesnick and Love make your house a home. It's a great weekend to shop at Chesnick. You buy it even tomorrow. I bet they'll deliver it tomorrow. They've got bedding. They've got accoutrement.
Yep.
They
Sofas,
have it all.
love seats, dining room sets, bedroom sets. They've got everything you need.
Palace Bingo. We're friends with me. Sherry Jacobs, anytime after 7:30 till we run out.
Yep.
So
But don't be the garage
Like-
sailor and get there 5 minutes early thinking the door's going to open early.
anytime from 7:30 to probably like 7:43, it's going to be
Pandemonium,
blowing and going. Yeah. And after that,
chaos.
we've got a dozen eggs. What could go wrong?
We'll make him. We'll stretch him with some.
What you
water.
need is like young Jesus on the griddle. He turned a dozen eggs into 5,000 tacos.
Fed the entire city.
That would be great. Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends. Get into Palace and have a
Haven't
great
set the
time.
date yet, but we were leaning towards the
we're
week of
leaning
the
towards it.
18th.
We're thinking about
week
it.
of May 18th.
Maybe.
So maybe.
We'll see what happens. First State Bank of Louise Astros update. I have no idea.
Didn't play last night, so that's a good thing. I think they're in Cincinnati this weekend to play the Reds in a 3-game set. Dodgers crushed them the other night to finish off that series.
The boys and I are going to take Dawn down to Sugarland, over to Sugarland on Sunday for Mother's Day.
Cowboys.
Yeah, and we're going to watch, I believe Josh Hader is there to pitch. And I also believe that Jeremy Pena is there on a rehab
They
assignment.
need him back fast because
Bad.
Carlos Correa just
Out for
has
the year.
Out for the year. Season-ending injury and surgery on his ankle.
Isn't that amazing how quick that can happen? Rangers
Just when you were raving about how well he's playing at third, he snaps an ankle and he's done.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Brian Small says the Rangers play the Pope this weekend, which must be
Think about
Chicago.
it. Baseball is what? 40-man roster, 40-man, I think, declared roster, 26 active
Right.
player roster. 15 Astros are on the disabled list.
Thank goodness.
Correa, the 15th Astro to go on the DL this year,
We're so deep
Yeah.
at so many positions.
except pitcher.
Junior says he's making refried beans too.
I think he probably
Morning
making right now.
refried beans.
I should have called on the move and had a porta potty brought out. But there is one at the farmer's market. We like to promote the farmer's market as well. You can come and park, come get a taco from us, walk over, peruse all the offerings at the farmer's market, and then come back. Bring, please bring, serious note, preferably the number 10 size, the big cans, because I'm just trying to save time for the folks that have to open the cans.
Yeah.
But anything you bring will be graciously accepted. Ravioli may end up in my car, just saying, but anything
Chef Boyardee only.
anything on this shelf, anything between the green beans and the peaches, anything right there, step right up and win some crap. Remember that from The Jerk?
I do. Looking at the forecast for tomorrow,
chance of rain
early, and then it tapers off, picks
And then
up
the sun
again
comes
early afternoon, but we'll be gone by then. But I think we're out there for the No Fools Rally. I think this thing will be nice weather.
Brian Small says refried beans to wind farms to bidets. This show brings it all full circle.
Absolutely.
Special thanks, as always, to the Atzenhofer Automotive Group. Since 1926, they're a South Texas tradition. For over 100 years, Atzenhofer has been Victoria's dealership.
And I think I have a new, my car of the week is a 2025 Hyundai Tucson SEL. So a nicely appointed model.
Right?
Under
Under 26,000
yeah.
miles.
26,000 miles for under $24,000.
Can't beat it.
No, you really
Can't beat it.
Remember the two that I had last week?
Put that on a
I'm
4-year note, and it's cheaper than your tax increase.
I wonder if my
That's a
neighbors
good-looking
Yeah,
car.
I'm gonna put it on this.
A new car. Yes, big bags of rice, pasta, beans. Junior the other day bought 50 pounds of pinto beans.
Well, apparently
Monica.
he's using them now.
Anything you bring
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah, thank you, Monica.
And John Anderson, thank you, brother.
Yeah, so there you go. There's my pre-owned vehicle of the week at Atzenhofer. Nice looking car, under 26,000 miles for under $24,000.
There you go.
Can't beat it.
No, it's nice.
Yeah, nice vehicle.
Good car, good dealership. If Atzenhofer keeps it on their lot, it's because it passed a bunch of inspections. Car looks brand new.
4-cylinder engine, good gas mileage.
Yeah.
Adaptive cruise control, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So you've got instant connection, easy connection, a power tailgate, liftgate. Those are always
It's got all the blind
Yeah.
spot monitors,
Yeah.
navigation system,
nice.
satellite radio.
Gray on gray, remote start.
It'd be great. It'd be great for that college kid
Yeah.
or that mom that needs to grab the groceries and have room for the kids.
Absolutely. Nice vehicle.
Yeah. Junior says we'll have the gassiest homeless people in the state. You see them out there, they're just tooting and giggling. Brian Small says, does it have a 6-disc changer?
In the
Yeah.
glove box because it's still got the Alpine cassette player.
Did anything really go away any quicker than the CD? I mean, it's just gone. Nobody orders a CD player in their vehicle anymore. And look, Commander says we have to wrap it up.
Don't need one.
He heard
Everybody's MP3.
church bells. He heard the same church bells we heard.
Yeah, you know
can't
what
hear.
probably went. You know what probably went quicker than the CD? The iPod.
Yeah. There was one at the Smithsonian. They were bragging about the way we used to communicate. Folks, it's the top of the hour. We wish you nothing but the best. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. Please please take a few minutes and come and see us tomorrow
Yeah.
at the Patty Dotson. We've joked about this, made fun about this, but we're really trying to raise funding and canned
food.
goods
Yeah,
for Christ
yeah,
Kitchen.
we want to help feed the homeless.
Amen. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye, folks.